All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is week number 6, Freestyle Friday here at MLE Esports, and my name is Hunted. With me, Sniper Gus, and we just watched a wonderful, wonderful matchup between those two wonderful teams, the Hive and the, why am I drawing a blank? The Foxes, the Hive and the Foxes of the Premier League. A fantastic matchup between those two teams, but you know what? This one also, I mean, I love this week, and I'm going to love next week because all of the matches are so juicy with playoff implications. This one should also be quite good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got another 5-seeded team coming in the Spartans. They're at 17-8, and they are on a 2-series win streak right now with a 5-0 sweep of the Champion League Foxes, and then they beat out the Jets last week 3-2. Right. The Sharks, on the other hand, come in at 11-14. They're sitting pretty low on the table right now, and they haven't won any games since week 2 and week 3. And it's been close, but they're not quite finding the results that they want right now, and they're going to have to find a way to turn it around if they want to make a push for a playoff spot.
Yeah, and I think that's the interesting part about this series is that really for the Sharks, they don't have anything to lose, right? Like they're a bit outside of the picture, but if they can storm back and take it to the Spartans, they can put themselves right back into it. They're going to need a good week 7, of course, on top of that. But you kind of play with that, like, oh, well, we're already in this position. Let's just go for it and see what happens. Let's try something new that might take them off guard, and we might see that from these two teams. But, guys, I think the players are in the server. And yep. I think we are going to just show you the map real quick. We are playing on Utopia Coliseum. So go ahead, guys, take a look at this wonderful map intro. All right, everybody. Oh, there we go. There they are. They are finally joining. I think they were just getting all of the nerves shaken out there. We are underway. Game number 1 between these two teams, the Spartans and the Sharks of the Champions League. This should be quite a wonderful matchup. Can't wait to see how this plays out. As Great God Zeus with an early goal for the Sharks to put them on the board.
And this is a great defensive counterattack. He starts with a dunk on Sushi and then beats out Jermazing in the midfield. And Sushi back just a little bit late from that really aggressive position where he got beat in on the offensive side. So that's a very quick start for the Sharks here. And that's what we need. They're a team that's been kind of underwhelming in their minds. They want to come out and establish themselves early.
Oh, man, most of the time I try to not talk too much about like people's car choices. Well, not car choices, but cosmetic choices. But Grizzly's car is like one of the most annoying things I think I've seen in a long time.
I mean,
I
like
it. Teach their own, I guess. But hey, it's working. Grizzly gets the bump onto the defender. Great God Zeus makes it 2-0. For the Sharks. It's the combination of the paint job and the chef's hat that just, it's like, oh, I would hate playing like that.
I feel you there. I stopped wearing a topper a long time ago, but it's you got to do what you got to do. Having that nice center line reference from your topper, maybe that helps him with his accuracy. I don't know. I'm not Grizzly.
True. Well, either way, we'll see how it goes throughout the series. The Sharks are up 2-0 here early on in game number 1 as Grizzly's going to put that towards the cage. Can't find the touch, though. Jermazing will be able to clear it away. Now Great God Zeus towards mid. Sushi, however, turning him away. Grizzly's going to have to clear that away. Good pass to his teammate. And Zeus has now Jermazing off the ceiling. No problems for Grizzly, and we'll reset. A good start for the Sharks, certainly get those 2 early goals against the Spartans, but now it's time to play defense.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the Spartans come out a little bit slow, but we're going to start seeing them be more aggressive, take a little bit more control of the midfield game, and they have to build some of their own offense right now. If they don't find a way to start scoring, the double? Nope, not enough boost for Great God Zeus there. But, you know, the Spartans are far from out of this thing. You know, sure. They've got 3 minutes left and a ton of time. What a pass! Shot just a touch wide. Sushi on the counterattack. He's not going to have a clean shot.
Jared Masing's going to follow it up, though. It's a bit high. Going to get the next touch. No, it's going to rotate all the way back. So, yeah, for the Spartans, they haven't found their offensive boost yet, but Great God Zeus already got a hat trick in this series.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just a terrible decision from Sushi. You cannot roll the ball in front of your net. You either have to take that thing up the backboard and over your net, or you have to smash that ball across and hope that the offense can't get there. Because if you just roll it like that, you are going to get dunked on every single time. A very hot start from Great God Zeus, you know, living up to that title he's given himself there. What a pass! Zeus not there in time. And, I mean, this is exactly the way you want to play if you're the Sharks.
Yeah, absolutely. These 2 players really showing what they're made of here early on against the Spartans. And this is what I was talking about. They come into this match, nothing really to lose. You lose this, doesn't really change your, you know, positioning where you were before, although that is not the greatest clear. A little unfortunate there. He had the right idea, but Sushi kind of mind gaming Zeus a bit there, knew that ball was going to come to him, and he puts it in.
Yeah, and I mean, Zeus doesn't really have a good idea of where Sushi is because he's trying to track that ball through the corner. So Sushi, just a total unknown there, and the clear had a lot of power on it. It was just a very unfortunate direction and a great read by Sushi to figure that was where the ball was going to go because it looks like an empty part of the field.
Right, absolutely. Well, that ball's going to pop right out in front. Jared Amazing off the mark, though. That was a missed opportunity for him. Certainly, I'm sure he would have liked to have that one back. Sushi's going to try to turn this one around, getting over top of Zeus. And Jared Amazing touching that down. Grizzly booming it away. And just reading chat as we're doing this. I think I now appreciate the chef's hat a little bit more thanks to Scoobert. Saying that Grizzly is cooking up W's with the chef's hat. I appreciate that. We'll see. They're on their way right now to a W, but they've got to hold on for the next minute, 10 seconds. Grizzly dunking. Jared Amazing there, and he's going to put that one towards the net. Jared Amazing rotating away. And we'll get the ball in time. So now a minute to go. They still need 2 do the Spartans. Good fake, and Sushi's going to put that one in.
Yeah, I mean, really, really clutch dribble attempt here. Sushi playing it off for himself. And he gets the assist from his teammate, just getting up there and looking like Jermazian was going to do something with it. Creates just a layer of uncertainty for the Sharks defense that allows Sushi just bang that thing home. And, you know, now there's a 1-goal game with a minute left. This could go either way.
Good play there from Grizzly, but Sushi's going to follow it up. Great God Zeus trying to clear it out. Jared Amazing with the good challenge, but Grizzly getting back in time to keep it away from his net for now. 40 seconds. Pushing that towards the red cage is Grizzly. Jared Amazing rotating across after that touch from Sushi. Back all the way towards Grizzly. He's got a lot of space to work with here. He's just going to let Zeus boom that one in, and they're just trying to waste as much time as possible are the Sharks. Trying to take this game number 1 away from the Spartans as Grizzly gets challenged by Sushi. That one off the mark, and now they're in a bit of trouble. The Spartans have the offense. Grizzly trying to clear this one away. It's up in the air. Sushi playing it down to Jared Amazing. Grizzly, good challenge onto him, though. And now with 3 seconds to go, they just got to keep this ball in the zone. 1 second. Sushi looking for his teammate. Not quite what they needed, and the Sharks take game number 1. And for the Spartans, I don't think they really expected the Sharks to come out as strong as they did.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a team that's 22nd in the rankings, a losing record in both game wins or game score and series score, you have to go into that thinking, hey, we're the better team here. We're going to do this. And for Great God Zeus to come out of the gate and drop a hat trick in the first minute and a half of this game was the kind of momentum that you just can't really plan for when you anticipate being the winners of a game. Right. And so now the Spartans are going to have to take this break between games and reevaluate what they want to do. They started adjusting there in the final minutes of game number 1. If they can carry that forward into game 2, they should be able to get a win there, put themselves back on even footing with the Sharks.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the offense is what's going to... I mean, obviously, the offense, you score goals on offense, but I think whichever team's offense starts clicking a bit better, we haven't seen too many, wonderful, amazing offensive plays from either of these teams yet. Seems like they're still in that awkward kind of stage where they don't want to commit too hard. They're playing a little bit of defense, but Great God Zeus, as you said, had a hat trick in the last game. I think whichever team starts clicking on offense is probably going to be the team that takes this series, and it could go either way at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, there's not a lot to separate the two teams in quality so far. We've seen a little bit better rotation and mechanics from the Spartans, but the Sharks have seemed more aggressive and ready to go out there and create opportunities. And so how that balances out in the end is, going to have a lot to do with how this series ends.
Oh, we're just about 50 seconds into this game, and Grizzly's gonna get his first goal of the series. Very similar to how Great God Zeus was scoring last game.
Yeah, I mean, he just dishes himself off the backboard there. Jermazine waits too long to go and challenge that. You really have to get there early, because if you wait, you're going to get bodied out of the way by the attacker who's got a better angle. Even if Grizzly can't get to that ball, he could just bounce Jermazine into it and score the pool shot there.
Oh no, Grizzly, can he find another one? That was almost exactly like how Great God Zeus scored his second goal. It's like we're watching the same game, just slightly different players getting different shots, but unfortunately Grizzly doesn't put that in. And the Sharks looking good here in game number 2 off the start. We'll see if they can keep that up. They started to falter a little bit towards the end of game number 1 as Sushi puts that towards the cage. Grizzly with a good save. And now it looks like the Spartans trying to find that offensive pressure that they were lacking for the first half of last game.
Yeah, but it really hasn't come. I mean, 2 shots to 5 now has the Sharks up by 2 goals. And, Jermazine has 2 saves. Sushi has 2 shots. But no goals, no assists. They're just not connecting and creating opportunities to really put themselves in an advantageous position. And so they find themselves once again down by 2 goals.
Here comes Grizzly towards the cage. Good save from Sushi. That one, a fortunate bounce. No follow-up on the rebound from Great God Zeus, but Grizzly's just going to put it in himself off the sidewall, and the defense from the Spartans not expecting that touch.
Yeah, Sushi was looking for boost there. I think he did not at all believe that Grizzly had this touch, and that's something you just can't count on at the Champions League level. Maybe Foundation or Academy League, you can anticipate that ball being missed, but Champions League players, that is a dangerous position to leave them in. You have to assume they're going to do something productive there.
Well, the Sharks have certainly been productive throughout these first 2 games. We'll see if they keep it up. They've got a 3-goal lead now. Just about halfway gone in game number 2. They're amazing, trying to play Great God Zeus. Grizzly gonna get around him there, and man, the Sharks are really they're playing with a purpose right now. You don't hear that a lot in Rocket League, but it looks like the Sharks, they have a plan and they're sticking to it, and it's working beautifully for them right now.
Yeah, I mean, and really the Sharks have just been circling this whole game. They are going so much faster than the Spartans are that it allows them to get more challenges than the Spartans are ready to win. And that's allowed them to take 8 shots to the Spartans 4. And now they're out to a 4-goal lead, the biggest anybody's had in the series. And where a lot of people come into this thinking, oh, the Spartans are the clear favorites, the Sharks making the case that they are the better team tonight.
We are still only in the game 2, and there are 2 minutes in, or 2 minutes remaining in this game as Grizzlies trying to make the play, but it's not going to happen as Great God Zeus will rotate back. I do think the Spartans are a bit out of time for this game in particular. But in the series, yeah, they've got to come back. I mean, if they want to win the series, it's going to have to be a straight sweep or a reverse sweep, if you will. But at least in game 1, it didn't seem like they were totally out of it for most of the game. In this game, the Sharks seem to be playing a little bit better than the Spartans in general. But if the Spartans can return to form in the way that they played in game 1, I think they have an opportunity. That is a great pass and a goal between Sushi and Jeremazin.
Yeah, I mean, an incredible pinch to get this pass out there, and then Jeremazin is taking this as a shot. If Sushi is not there, I believe Great God Zeus has the angle to make this save. So, I mean, Sushi playing ultimate cherry picker there. That is a beautiful pass and shot. If you think it's play of the week worthy, clip it, tweet it, hashtag play of the week to ML Esports GG, because that's a pretty sweet pass and shot there. But you're right. I think the Sharks have looked great in this one, and we didn't see the adjustments from the Spartans that they needed. And this is the result. We are approaching our flight to South America. It is not a flight that I've gotten to take it as an MLE caster, so I need this. I need 2 more from the Sharks, like in the next minute.
Well, hey, we saw one earlier. I don't know if you were in the stream. We saw one at the end of the first series of the night.
I did see that, yep.
We'll see if we can find our way to Brazil for yet another trip. There's the first one. We've got 45 seconds to find a 7th goal. And I don't know, man. If there was going to be a Brazil in this series, the Sharks in game 2 is not what I would have expected.
Yeah, I mean, this is totally the opposite of expectation. I mean, Sushi's a 5 MVPR player, which is head and shoulders above everybody else in the lobby statistically. But Great God Zeus and Grizzly have figured out how to play well together and are just really out in front. Sushi with a good clear. He does not want us flying to Brazil, despite the fact that I want it.
Well, let's see. As Grizzly's gonna try to make the clear. Sushi ruining your flight. Your flight has been canceled, sir. 6-2 now in favor of the Sharks.
That's okay. I mean, we've got 3 more games coming up. It's still possible. I'm staying in the airport. I'm not ready to give up on this trip yet. And I don't think the Spartans are going to be ready to give up on this either. They've had 2 really good showings at the end of both of the first 2 games. They just have to figure out how to carry that into the beginning of a game so that they aren't playing from behind the whole time, because so far it's been Sharks score first, Sharks win, and you can't let that happen if you're the Spartans.
Wait, no way. No,
What?
hold on a second.
This is possible. 2 goals in 8 seconds is entirely possible if they can keep winning these kickoffs this hard.
Okay, all right. Let's see what happens. I'm interested. Can they do this? Great God Zeus. Sushi's gonna win it. Oh, he can't get the touch. And that's gonna kill it. No, so close. They won the face-off too. They had it. Just couldn't get the touch towards the net, but I mean, a good play. Good, well played from them. They go from 6-1, battle it all the way back to 6-4 with the final 30 seconds of the game. So the goal differential not terrible now for them. But yeah, just look at the shots. The Sharks had 10 shots to the Spartans 8. And I mean, 4 of those 8 shots from the Spartans came with like 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you take those last few seconds of madness off of the scoreboard, the Sharks were in the driver's seat for 4.5 minutes of Rocket League, and then the Spartans almost pulling off the miracle comeback here. I think we have to say, going into game 3, which is game point Sharks, what? The Sharks are still in the driver's seat of this thing. The Spartans have not figured out how to counter the Sharks' early aggression, and they haven't figured out how to orchestrate a comeback and reclaim a lead. Every lead the Sharks have had, they have maintained, and you can't ask for more in Rocket League. Get out to lead, win game. Sweet! I wish I could do that every time.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Sharks have been able to get out to the lead so early on. Not quite what I expected out of this game. However, it's happened, and now for the Spartans, it is super important to get at least this first goal. Not allow the Sharks to have that lead that they've been so comfortable with throughout this series. And Sushi's going to get demoed. Great God, Zeus trying to play this one down. That's going to go right out in front off the crossbar. Can Zeus follow it up? Just misses it. So the Sharks not on the board yet, but still looking for it. Sushi going to clear that away. Man, close calls already on the red half.
I mean, the Sharks show no signs of letting up. They are in full-on predator mode. They smell blood in the water, and they are circling around this net. I am going full meme mode. Full memes are in play. Grizzly with a beautiful piece of corner work here, taking this up for the second touch, and even though he gets bumped out, Sushi not responding to the pass in time allows them their third first goal of the game.
I'm still recovering. What is happening?
What? I'm so confused.
I don't know either, but hey, this is fantastic Rocket League from the Sharks. We can't take anything away from them. They have taken it to the Spartans. And again, they're out to a 2-goal lead. Only a minute gone. Wait. I don't understand. I'm not entirely sure. That one just looked like a misplay from Jeremazing, of course. At first, I thought it was going to be a fake kickoff, but then his teammate wasn't back. So,
yeah.
The Sharks, a 3-goal lead, and we're a minute old.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a case of the Spartans, for some reason, continue to send somebody to go get boost on the kickoff, and the Spartans continue to do that, and they're losing their kickoffs. You cannot do both of those things. If you have your backman go for boost, you have to play a safe kickoff, and they're not doing that, and they give up 2 kickoff goals for it. And now it looks like we're going to have goal number 4, maybe. Ooh. Great God, Zeus, not the touch he wanted there. The Spartans are just, they're not making anything happen. They're a minute and a half into this game, and the only thing they have on their scoreboard is a single shot from Jeremazing. And unfortunately, the scoreboard doesn't show demos because I love them.
Well, let's see. Can the Spartans get one back? No, just off the mark from Sushi. 3:10 to go. And the Sharks looking to take the series super early on. They're up by 2 in the series, up by 3 in this game. As Grizzly's going to make a double touch, and that is a fantastic play from Grizzly to get that away from out of harm's way, I should say. As now Great God Zeus trying to get over top of Sushi, not going to happen. That ball will find its way, but Jeremazing gets demoed. A timely demo there for the Sharks to keep the Spartans off the board.
You know, I have to think that if the Persians had brought Sharks to the Battle of Thermopylae, the movie of 300 would be incredibly different and way more entertaining. Kind of like this game has been if you're a Sharks fan. I mean, these guys are just going off. Great God Zeus doesn't find any more follow-up touches, but that kind of shadowing of the ball makes for a difficult challenge, and Jeremazing just doesn't find the angle he needs on it. Now a 4-goal lead.
4 goals indeed. Sushi and Jeremazing have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to win this series. But if you are in that teal color right now with the most annoying car I've ever seen, you have to be pretty excited with how this game is playing out. This is exactly what the Sharks need if they can keep this rolling, potentially through the final 2 games, man, this would be one of the greatest stories for the Sharks. All they have to do, really, next week is have another good showing, and they might find themselves smack into the middle of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if the Sharks can get the 4-0, they go to, or excuse me, a 4-1, they come to 15-15 on the season. If they can get the sweep by what you would have to consider a miracle in most cases, they have a winning record. Like, this is, I mean, would be a huge turnaround for the Sharks right when it really matters.
Well, that ball is going to come out in front. Jeremazing just off the mark. Sushi going up. Good touchdown, but not quite enough, although Jeremazing is going to get the dunk on Grizzly. And I think that's the second time. No, Sushi did it to him the first time. But again, the Spartans, they haven't scored too many goals tonight, but the dunks have been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they do a really good job of reading where the Sharks are going to put their clears out. And for the Sharks' part, they have to get a better clear there. They should know where the other attacker is. What a long shot. Grizzly says, you can have one, but I'm taking it right back. Hey, we're 2 goals away again. The Sharks want it. They want me down there in Brazil because they want to bite my leg. Sometimes these things happen. This is a series that I think everybody should be surprised by, and that's why I'm doing all these puns. I'm never doing this again, I promise.
My God, every other one until that one, as Sushi's gonna find the back of the net. A good passing play from the Spartans. I mean, we've seen them pull off these passing plays. It just seems so few and far between that I don't know, man. We see glimpses of greatness from this Spartans team, but they can't string it together like the Sharks can right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Sharks have come out and been very consistent. They come out with early pressure, good kickoff presence. They get out to their lead, and then they just hold on to it with good play. Jeremazing not getting enough on that one will bring us to 6-2. I mean, there's another meme scoreline that's still possible. I just need the Spartans not to score anymore in this game here. But, I mean, with what happened in the last 30 seconds of game number 3, I'm not even gonna, or excuse me, game number 2. This is game number 3. I refuse to make any predictions about the next 30 seconds.
Uh-oh, Sushi's gonna put that in, and now we're back to a 3-goal game. I'm not sure why it happens like this. Like the Sharks, all 3 games so far, the Sharks get a 2-3 goal lead in the first minute. There's like nothing that happens for the next 3 minutes, and then everybody starts scoring in the last minute.
It's a strange situation. You know, it almost seems like the Sharks come out with a good game plan for what they need to do in the next game, but then they aren't being able to make the counter adjustments that they have to make in the middle of the game. Where the Spartans don't come out with a good plan, but they adjust really well on the fly. That's going to be 7-3. 4 goals in 13 seconds is possible, but is a very, very tall order. I have to think that this is going to be the series win unless we see 4 of the most incredible kickoffs ever from the Spartans.
Oh, yeah. I was ready to give the Sharks this series when they went up 3 goals in the first minute again. Yeah, the Sharks will take the series 3-0 over top of the Spartans. Obviously, we will play games 4 and 5 as they are trying to add one more on. Not going to happen yet. Grizzly towards the net. Jeremazing knocking that down. So, final score of this one will be 7-3 in favor of the Sharks. And the Sharks taking the series very early on. Not what I expected out of this, but hey, you can't. I mean, the Sharks have played the Rocket League to make that happen. It's not like the Spartans have given away these games. The Sharks have legitimately looked very good, and they've won these games.
Yeah, and it continues to be the same story 3 games in a row now. Sharks draw first blood. Sharks put up way more goals than we anticipate them scoring in a short amount of time, and the Spartans can't orchestrate the comeback. The Spartans have got to figure out going into game 4 now how to score first. If the Spartans can score first, we see something entirely different out of the next game. But if they continue to lose these first kickoffs and allow some stuff in that really shouldn't be going in,
Right.
then the sweep is possible, and that's would be an incredibly shocking result that I don't think anybody saw coming an hour ago.
No, certainly not. But for the Sharks, here's a good opportunity for Jeremazing. He's gonna. No, he's not. He puts that wide, and the Spartans can't find that first goal. Great God Zeus trying to make a play, and it's gonna find its way into the Sharks' corner now. That one's touched down. Grizzly has to make a save, and we saw this last game. The Spartans had the early offense, but they couldn't find the net. This one's going to come down. Grizzly's got to clear it away. We're 30 seconds in, and the Spartans are pressing the attack. Now Grizzly, can he find this touch off the wall? No, Jeremazing clearing it out. Here comes Great God Zeus to put that towards the cage, but Sushi there. Keep it out for now, Grizzly. Oh, wow. Great play from Grizzly. Just not letting Sushi do any of what he wanted to him right there. But he does have to rotate back to get this one. Pitching it above Jeremazing. Now, touchdown towards the goal. Sushi off the crossbar again. The Spartans still haven't found the net, but neither of the Sharks. We are past the minute mark. The Sharks haven't scored a single goal in this first minute. A bit different than what we've seen. But we are still scoreless with about 3 minutes 40 to go.
Good opportunity. Sushi does not get the touch. And once again, Sharks draw first blood. And, the pattern has held for 3 games. I don't see why it can't hold for 4. The Spartans just a tiny bit outmatched in something that they feel like they should have been out in front of the whole time.
Oh, great play from Sushi off the post. He puts it in. Thank goodness that it went in from Sushi. It was a wonderful double touch. And he gets the follow-up off the post. Man, right place, right time for Sushi there, fortunately. But the first touch was fantastic.
I mean, that's a serious play of the week contender if he gets that off the backboard from that angle. I mean, that's about as tight a shot as you can get there. Not quite exactly what he needs. Jeremazing with an unfortunate pop. Sushi got his back. But good awareness by him to get down in the right position to deal with that. Right. And for the Sharks defense, you just have to be more aware of getting to your net and being able to cover things like that. You have to clear the ball out from in front of your own net.
Well, now Great God Zeus gets around Sushi. He's got Jeremazing in his sights. Will pop it up for Grizzly. He's going to throw it off the corner wall. Jeremazing clearing it away. Great God Zeus trying to find a touch, but now Jeremazing will look for his teammate. Too far for Sushi. And around the sidewall we go. Grizzly, got to be a little careful there. But no pressure on him, so he will get a bit of a free clear there. Great God Zeus following it up. Grizzly looking to bully Jeremazing out of the way, but it's not going to happen, as now the Spartans in counter attack mode. Up in the air for Sushi, just off the mark there. Nice try from the Spartans, but we're still tied 1-1 with about 2:20 to go.
And the Spartans have really done a much better job here in this game of matching the Sharks' pace. They've created some really good opportunities and forced the Sharks into some desperation saves. For the first time, the Spartans have more shots, but it doesn't matter when you get a clear like that, and the Sharks have another lead.
Yeah, Grizzly in the right place, right time again, and just a bit of an overcommit from the Spartans. Couldn't find the challenge to keep that one from finding its way into the goal. And yeah, the Sharks up only by 1, though. It's not like this is a 3-0, 4-0 lead like the Spartans have been battling back from in these past couple of games. But it could very well turn into that if the Spartans aren't careful. Grizzly gonna get demoed there by Jeremazing. Jeremazing around the sidewall. Cleared away by Great God Zeus, and that'll chase Sushi back to his own half. Can Grizzly find the touch? No. Sushi up in the air, trying to get the touch. Here comes Jeremazing, but Great God Zeus playing it underneath of him. Will find its way back towards mid. Still 1-goal game with 1:25 to go. But this one feels a little bit more even.
Yeah, a little more even and very much a low-scoring affair. What a dribble! Great God, Zeus jukes Jeremazing right out of his shoes there. Somebody call a mechanic. He's got broken axles. What a play to put them out in front here in game number 4.
Fantastic, fantastic play. And yeah, as you said it, the Sharks leading game number 4 now. Trying to take a 4-0 series lead. A minute is all that remains for the Spartans. This is a much easier position to battle back from than they found themselves in for the rest of the series, but they still need to pull out the 2 goals required to tie it up. Great God, Zeus. Gonna make the play. Jeremazing with a good clear. Grizzly has to get back. It won't be in time. And that's 1 on the board for the Spartans.
Yep, and this is very much an uncharacteristic mistake to make here in the Champ League. Grizzly not using any flips to help gain speed there, so he takes a long time to reach Supersonic. If he can throw some flips in there and continue picking up those pennies on his way back, he can conserve boost, accelerate faster, and maybe have an opportunity at play there, but instead he just chases that ball that he's not going to catch up to.
Well, we've got about 30 seconds to go. What's a 1-goal game? Grizzlies trying to make it 2. There's Zeus to follow it up. And that is a great play from Grizzly.
I mean, Grizzly is spending so much to make this pass work, and this is such a dangerous place for Zeus to come up, because if Jeremazing gets the dunk here, that goes back the other way, and this is a tie ball game. But, you know, no risk, no reward, and now they're back out to the 2-goal lead.
20 seconds to go. Grizzly, can he put that one home? He will. And it looks like the Sharks here, Sniper, are going to take a 4-0 series lead. I mean, we talked about it briefly. We didn't pay it very much mind, to be totally honest, when we were talking in the pregame about this match. In that if the Sharks have a wonderful series, a 4-1 or a 5-0, all they have to do next week is play well against whoever they're matched up against, and they might find themselves in the playoffs. And right now, they're about to take this 4-0 lead with a chance to sweep.
Yeah, I mean, with the way the Sharks have been playing, you would think we are in Aquadome now. They are in their element tonight, and the Spartans just haven't been able to put the pieces together for an entire 5 minutes of a game. And, if you can't hold on to, if you can't figure out how to come back, you can't generate and hold on to leads, you're just going to have a rough time. And there it is, 4 straight wins for the Sharks. This is not at all what I was expecting to be saying tonight.
Well, it's a wonderful bit of Rocket League to watch. The Sharks making a push in these final 2 weeks. We'll see if they can complete the sweep. They're 1 game away. We're going to move into game 5 here shortly. Oh, man. But it's actually crazy. Just how many goals the Sharks are able to score. And it always seems like the Spartans have kind of like a response to them, but it comes so late that it doesn't matter. Like, they need more time. I don't know if it's like a switch that they flip on in their minds and say, oh, we should probably start scoring some goals, because then they get the team plays going and everything, and it looks good at the end. But where was that at minute 1?
Yeah, it's when you can't put together an entire game plan, you can't make the adjustments that you need between games to have a good start, or you can't make the adjustments mid-game to adapt to what your opponents have thrown at you, you're going to struggle to play a full, complete game.
Right.
And that's been the story of the Spartans. They come out slow. The one time that they don't come out slow, they fail to make the mid-game adjustments that are necessary. And, it just continues to be these 2 and 3 goal wins for the Sharks, who are not used to being out front here. They've got 1 4-game win series, and that was against the 24th place Ducks.
Well, let's see how this series ends. Sushi will finally put his team in the driver's seat to start the game. The Spartans get the first one in Game 5.
And this is their very first lead of the series. And how else would it happen but a kickoff? I mean, that's what happened in Game 2. They just score a bunch of kickoff goals, and suddenly Game 2 looks really close. So, I mean, a kickoff to start things off for them, not really what you want, but at this point, you take whatever leads you can get if you're the Spartans.
Well, it looks like they're trying to add to it. Sushi getting his second of the game, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Spartans.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great read by Sushi playing this off the backboard. Grizzly has to challenge this. You can't just go get boost and expect to beat that ball to the net. It's got too much velocity, and players in the Champ League know how to hit power shots and get that thing to the net way faster than you're going to be able to drive there. You have to challenge the backboard. It's the one rule of Rocket League. You have to defend your backboard or you're going to get scored on.
So Sushi clearing that away. Grizzly off the side wall right in front, and Great God Zeus bringing the Sharks back within one, and I just have a bad feeling about this. I mean, the Sharks activating on offense now, although the Spartans have gotten so much more out of this first minute than they have in their previous games, but nothing has changed. They had the pressure in the previous games early on. They just didn't find the goals. But now we're moving into this weird period where they start to sit back a bit, and the Sharks just start scoring.
Yeah, I mean, the Spartans have to be aggressive here with this lead because they know that the Sharks are dangerous, and if they don't respect that, they're going to lose again.
See?
What a play! Great God Zeus keeps trying to go for this, just off the ground dribble play. He's not finding the extra touches that he needs, but it's just enough of a threat that it's really throwing off the defenders there. And now we're back to a tie game.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We go through this every game. It's a pattern. Except the exception this time is that the Spartans scored twice when they had their early advantage. And for the Sharks now, it's time for them to try to put some on the board. Great God Zeus looking to keep his fantastic game rolling. I would not be surprised if Great God Zeus was one of the top Champion League players of the week, potentially a star of the week, especially if he can finish this game off strong. We'll have to see, though, as Grizzly's going to clear that away. Great God Zeus is there. Can he get the touch? What a shot from Great God Zeus, and he is absolutely on fire in this series.
Clip it. Put it on Twitter. I need it. This is a beautiful passing play. Grizzly goes up for a huge clear here. He has to win that challenge or they get scored on. And Great God Zeus trusts his teammate to go win that. So he goes up and is ready for that pass. Absolutely beautiful execution there. What a way to take the lead.
3-2 for the Sharks. 3 minutes to go. 1 goal game for the Spartans, but they've got to figure it out. They cannot let the Sharks continue to have all this space. That one's on net, but Sushi plays it away. Great God Zeus. Oh, good play from Sushi. Can he follow it up and put it into the net? He does. That was a solo play for defense to offense from Sushi.
Yeah, I mean, Great God Zeus just goes too high up on the wall here, and he's never got a chance at this challenge. And then Sushi is already in behind Grizzly, who, was trusting his teammate because they've been able to trust each other all game long. So, I mean, just one simple mistake there causes them to drop their lead. And, Game 5 now wide open here as we come up on the half.
Can Grizzly find this play? He's got Zeus in mid. Sushi looking for Jeremazing. Will boom this one down. High touch. Good play from the defense of the Sharks now, as that one's going to find its way towards the net as well. Grizzly now trying to get it out. Gets demoed, does Grizzly, but Sushi can't find the ball. So we remain a tied game with 2:15 to go, but they're still pressing the attack, are the Spartans. Jeremazing up in the air gets challenged by Grizzly, and now Zeus with a 12 boost. Not a whole lot. He does get that boost, though. Jeremazing able to cut across, make the play. It's 3-3, 2 minutes to go. And right now, the Spartans showing good signs of life on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the best the Spartans have really looked all series. You know, their most goals was in game number 2, but you know, half of those were kickoff goals. This has been a really good defensive and offensive effort from them, led by Sushi.
Oh, what?
This time, oh no, Grizzly not finding the angle he needs, but the Sharks continuing to stay on offense anyway. This is the most even we've seen these two teams facing off against each other. And really, you could chalk almost all of that up to Sushi. You're amazing, only 74 points. He's barely touching the ball.
Well, he's trying his hardest here, certainly, to give the Spartans this win in game number 5. As Grizzly puts that towards the net, Jeremazing off the back wall. Good play there from Great God Zeus. He's got an opportunity. Can't get it past Jeremazing, but it is still up in the air. Sushi going for it. Will get a good touch to keep it away from Grizzly for now, but Grizzly challenging that ball. 50 seconds to go. 3-3. Great God Zeus off the corner wall. Grizzly won't find it. Sushi, good play. And now he's going in transition. Can he put this one in the net? Just off the mark and can't pinch it home. And the Spartans still keep us in a tie game. 3-3. 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds now. Great God Zeus keeping that away from his net. He's going to go up the half wall to put this in. Could we see our first overtime of the series? Grizzly has other ideas. He scores off the end wall. Grizzly puts his team up by 1 with 5 seconds to go.
What an incredible pair of touches there by Grizzly, bouncing it off of that corner, and a perfect read to get up there and know how he has to take that shot. Absolutely beautiful craftsmanship there. But the Spartans are known for their kickoff goals. They've still got a chance. Grizzly with a challenge. That is down. And the Sharks win a 5-0 sweep against the number 5 Spartans.
Oh my goodness. We talked about it. I didn't think it was going to happen. To be honest, I didn't think it was possible for the Spartans to lose all 5 games. But the Sharks absolutely proved me wrong. They take the sweep. And I mean, the Sharks are the team to watch for me going into week 7. If they can pull this out, put themselves in a playoff spot, it's like one of the greatest comeback stories in MLE that I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely incredible for them to go from a losing record team, you know, to a winning record team in one series against somebody who's not just a little bit higher up the table. We're talking about the number 5 team in the league. They came out and just absolutely put on a demonstration of how you beat the Spartans. And that, you know, that is going to echo throughout the league. And I mean, just an incredible game.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Great play from both teams. But, I mean, you've got to give it up to the Sharks. They played so well for so long. That was such a clutch goal from Grizz at the very end there. I really wanted to give the MVP of the series to his teammate. But after that goal, I mean, you have to give it to him. Like, you have to give it to him.
I mean,
you have to. It was such a clutch goal.
I mean, it was a super clutch goal, but at the same time, like, they played together. I mean, it wasn't just, you know, one player solo efforts doing it. Almost all of their goals were assisted tonight. They played off each other very well. They got the bumps when they needed to. Their rotations were spot on. It really was a textbook 2s win for the Sharks. And I mean, so impressive. Like, you could give both of them star of the week for this week, and I don't think anybody's going to be upset about that result. They played an incredible series.
Yes, absolutely. That they did. Congratulations to them. 5-0 over top of the Spartans. And it looks like week number 7 shaping up to be quite the week. But guys, that unfortunately is going to do it for us here on your Freestyle Friday at MLE. We had some wonderful series, some really close ones with the Hive and the Foxes earlier on in the Premier League. This fantastic series that the Sharks just gave us over top of the Spartans, and even the series earlier on was just wonderful. I am so happy to be here to be able to cast everything for you guys, but I think that is really going to do it. Make sure you check out our sponsors once again, Balls and Power A. Please visit our website, mlesports.gg/recommends/balls or /power A to look at all of their wonderful products if you have not done that already. And please do get yourself some of those great products. And I just want to remind everybody, for the playoffs this year, or for this season, I should say, Power A will be giving away one controller to a random Twitch user in the stream at the time. So if you're here during the playoffs, every single day of the playoffs, somebody will win one of those wonderful controllers. So make sure you're here to enter in to that. But anyways, guys, my name is Hunted. Tonight with me, Sniper Gus. It was lovely, sir. Do you have anything you would like to say to these people before we go?
It was a fantastic night in Rocket League. I mean, you can't ask for better series than we got. A very close one between the Foxes and the Hive, and then a surprising underdog performance there in our final game of the night, and the Academy League match that started off pretty entertaining as well. I really love the Academy League. Like, I'm kind of partial to it.
Right.
I think it's the most fun to watch, but the Champions League and Premier League, not disappointing tonight in the least. And it's been a pleasure as always, and hope to see you guys out here again for the broadcast tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will be live same time tomorrow night, Saturday night, here on MLE, to bring you even more wonderful Rocket League action as we wrap up week number 6, pushing closer to the playoffs. Please join us for that next tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We will see you then. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.